Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Why Forward. To those listening on the podcast soon and also as a live stream, welcome back. And yeah, today is a very interesting topic because it's all about how we can be able to be agile as a brand and as a company. So, um, our topic today is something that is I've been pondering about for how many years because I've encountered this same challenges before, and yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can be able to adapt to changing market trends. So, before I start talking about this, I would just like to know if any of the listeners here are struggling to adapt and stay on top of market trends. It's either your own brand or is it you as a freelancer who is serving another brand or another business. Comment OMSIM if yes, tapos type adapt if you're here to learn more. So, just let me know in the comments in this live stream. So, ayun. And by the way, if you guys want us to know who you are in the comments, please put click the link on the description or in the caption so that we know who you are kung sino kayong nagko-comment dyan. All right. So, what are market trends and why should we care? So, market trends are the shift or the direction where a specific industry is going towards. Kung ano yung bias niya or ano yung movement niya ng industry na to. It can either be an effect because of changes of customer behaviors, or it could either be an effect of new technology that is disrupting the the industry, that specific industry. So you can try to Google it, but yeah, in a nutshell, market trends is all about the upward, downward, or ranging shift of the industry, where it is going towards, where it is going, whether it's rising or falling towards that factor or element that we are trying to measure. And why should we care? Why should we care about market trends? Because um, market trends, if we can ride market trends like a wave, it's like a surfboard. It's like you're surfing uh, in the ocean or in the sea. When you try to catch the trend or catch the wave, it's much easier to ride if you are able to get your timing right. So if we can get our timing right and be able to ride the trend of the market, we will have a much better position when we try to sell or market our products and services or even our brand. So that's how important market trends are. That's why a lot of people are going to market analysts, brand strategists, and other marketing experts so that they would be able to know what is the current market trend so that they can take advantage of it, and then this market trend will position them in a better it will give them a better position so that they can market and sell their products and services much faster or much more efficiently than their competitors. So that's how important market trends are. So what are the strategies that we can um, apply so that we can adapt to market trends? There are a lot of strategies. You can either target it on the, you can either adapt on your offer, on your message, on your systems. But specifically, what I try to use when it comes to adapting to market trends, first, I try to analyze the current market landscape. I try to see what are the trending keywords, who are the upcoming and rising thought leaders or influencers in the industry. I try to see which communities are growing, or which brands are upcoming and growing. I try to also see uh, some of the new technologies that are involved in the industry. And to show you how this really works, I would like you to have a sneak peek on my own core formula workshop, which I'm currently releasing right now, and it will uh, be an open cart. I'm I'm on the launch process right now. It's an open cart during this week and until next week. There's an early bird promo that's until Friday. But enough about that. What I really want to show you is this. So this is the core formula. This is one of the this is the presentation that I will use when teaching about the core formula for all those who enrolled. But I just want to give you a sneak peek on what I usually use when it comes to adapting to market trends. And the common thing that I always use is uh, a framework I learned from Russell Brunson and Steve Larson, which is the value ladder. So the value ladder is a matrix between value and price. The concept here is that if we can be able to increase the value, increase the gap between value and price, making the value higher compared to the price they usually pay for, then you have a very good offer. That's a concept behind the value ladder. But when it comes to adapting to market trends, what I usually look at is um, from here, there is what we call a core offer. The core offer usually is something that we sell as a product or a service that will stay essentially the same because this is our core offer. This is what pays our business systems. So what I usually change are all those below or above the core offer. So I try to listen to the market. What do they want along with the core offer? So some people might say, um, is there a way for us to have an event for all the people that um, are using your product? So that could be an intro offer that could bring in leads. Or many people might want to have a simple checklist on how to uh, use the product and use the solution that you're trying to offer. So that could be a bait. That could be a bait offer for new customers. Or some of your customers might be wanting to um, join a mastermind of maybe your product could be a fitness let's say a fitness system, and then some of your uh, customers might be wondering if you have a one-on-one coaching system that could take them to the next level. So that could be a premium offer, and that could give you a personal payout of your own. So that's how I usually look at the value ladder when it comes to adapting to changing customer needs and customer behavior. So here we're looking at how the customers are behaving. What are they demanding from us? So if our core product or core service or core offer is already working, we just try to listen to feedback. We should have a feedback loop of all our customers who have used our product, who have bought from us, or everyone who has been able to interact with us, and listen to them. What do they demand from us? What do they need from us? And from there, we just try to prioritize which things are easier to do, or which things are the things that we really want to do for our customers or for our market. And then start from there. It could be a bait, an intro, or premium offer, or even a continuity offer, something that we give continually access for our customers. And then we either charge them by subscription or retainer, or anything that is continuous in payment. So that's how I use the value ladder that was in this core formula workshop that I'm currently releasing right now. Another way is from something I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk. It is the content machine. So the content machine is the hierarchy of content ideation and creation. So there are three types. There's the pillar content. There's the pillar content is usually this doesn't change because this is what you want to talk about as a brand, as your business. So this is your another core. This could be your core message. So a while ago we were talking about the core offer. Now we're talking about the core message. Now, usually what changes is the evergreen content and the micro content, because the evergreen content is what they want to talk about, what your market wants to talk about. And then the micro content is something that they can't stop talking about. So for example, you're in the SaaS industry, so possibly the evergreen content would be something that they want to talk about. It could be uh, how to use your product. For example, your product is a productivity tool, so it could be something like they are searching for, like how to use this feature of your product. And then in the micro content, it could be how AI is changing the SaaS industry, or how AI is changing the technology industry. Because AI is really trending right now. It's one of those market trends that is changing the world right now. So yeah, when it comes to a while ago, I was talking about market trends. So when it comes to the two things that I've observed over the last decade, when it comes to market trends that are that we're really giving a lot of impact as a world, as a civilization. One is social media or the internet. That change the it's a combination of how technology changed customer behavior. At the same time, uh, we have AI. So AI is one of those yeah, technological advances that are also changing how customers and markets interact with us, with brands, and with other competitors. So yeah, I was just talking about that because I remember that's one of the most talked about topics right now, which is micro content. They just can't stop talking about it. So that's micro content. That's how I also try to see the market, try to see to what is the trend, and then use that trend so that I can create a bridge with my own offer, with my own product, and use that trending topic to lead them towards my offers or towards my brand. So that's how I use micro content and evergreen content. Now, this is about the message. Now, when it comes to creating systems for your brand or for your business, I learned I learned this framework that's called the revenue line, and I learned this from the freelance movement tribe. They're also launching right now a 12-day client getting challenge. So if you want to join that, just let me know. I will DM you the link. But yeah, the revenue line is, in a nutshell, it's about how leads are converted into customers or conversions and then retained as repeat customers. And then how we try to increase the revenue and decrease the cost. So this line right here, the leads, conversions, and retentions, this is what we call, if we compare it to the human body, this is the blood of the business. It needs to have a consistent and smooth flow. While revenue and cost is like food. So revenue is the food, waste is the cost. And then the nutrients that get absorbed by your body, by the business, that is profit. So here, I try to look at the current market, or for example, I try to see my competitors. I try to, uh, let's say, there's what we call hacking, funnel hacking. So I try to go through their funnel, maybe try to buy a product. That's what funnel hackers usually do. So they try to see the funnel, because this process here is what we call a sales funnel, the leads, conversions, and retentions. That's a it's a sales funnel, a marketing funnel, or a purchase funnel, either of the three. So we try to look at on how our competitors are gathering leads, how they are converting these leads into customers, and how they are retaining these customers into repeat buyers. At the same time, we try to look at maybe systems and technologies that increase our revenue and decrease our cost. AI, right now, as a new innovation of technology, is this decreasing costs for businesses when it comes to market research, hiring brand designers, or even copywriters. There are a lot of things that are cutting costs because of AI. Even chatbots, they can create your own um, knowledge base without having to hire someone who knows coding. Even AI can code a website for you. So those are one of the technologies right now that is uh, trying to, no, not really trying, but it is actually cutting costs for businesses and brands today. So that's how I look and try to adapt to changing markets when it comes to yeah, adapting to market trends. So this, all of this, you can learn this in the core formula workshop. And not just that, not just the framework itself, but we try to create uh, a connection, bridge all these frameworks into one holistic system, so that you'd be able to be uh, you'd be able to create your own brand systematically and holistically without having to um, learn years or hire a very expert brand strategist. Or if you want a brand to be a brand strategist yourself, you can use this uh, system here, which is the core formula. And yeah, those are some of the things that those are some of the strategies that I use to adapt to market trends. So yeah, now the question is, how do we overcome the challenges ahead? Because it's easy to learn about these frameworks. Now applying it, executing it is a different matter. It's a different conversation. There are challenges ahead that we should be ready for. So for me, on my own experience, usually how we can overcome these challenges is through having a good mindset, having a good system, and good people around you when it comes to executing all these frameworks, strategies, and techniques. So when it comes to mindset, just remember, business is an infinite game. There are no winners or losers. The goal here is to survive and keep playing the game. So if you're in the this industry because you want to beat your competitors, or you want to create profit um, for yourself and for your business, um, you might be beaten by a lot. You might be beaten by your market. You might be beaten by your industry. Because for me, you need to have a bigger purpose than just profit and just uh, accomplishments. Because motivation is something that is temporary, but purpose is something permanent. Whenever we fail or whenever we win, it doesn't matter, because purpose is there. It's always there, and it will always be there until the business dies or we ourselves will die. So once we focus on purpose, once you focus on the infinite game, once you realize that business is an infinite game and the goal is to survive, then you can be ready to overcome all the challenges ahead. So that's how you strengthen your mindset. The second one, when it comes to good systems, you must be able to create a system that you can repeat again and again, something that is repeatable, not something that you have to build from the ground up again and again every time whenever there's a challenge or whenever there's a problem that you're trying to overcome. So when it comes to systems, I have my own, which is the core formula workshop. I Yeah, or the core formula workshop is, of course, the core formula is the system itself. So whenever I have bad days, I have imposter syndrome, if I feel like I'm being overwhelmed, I just go back to the system, follow the instructions, follow the sequences, follow the process, and from there, I can still have consistent results, because the system itself is trying to for me, the system itself establishes the standard. So when it comes to business success, it's not about our goals, but it's all about our standards. We are as big as our failures. So how much can we tolerate? How much failure can we tolerate? Systems are our safety net when it comes to businesses, because real successful business and brands are always looking at how much they can manage to lose, because the outcome of every challenge is something that you cannot control, and then the situation that brought you there is already there. You can't control, you can't change it, but what you can control is the process. So the formula here is outcome equals process plus situation. Situation, outcome you can't control, but the process you can. So might as well focus on that. The third one is people. How do we surround ourselves with good people? Well, you look at your brand, you look at the mission, the vision, you look at your values. Surround yourself with people who have the same. Even if they're very good, even if they're very skilled, but they do not align to your values, to your mission, to your vision, might as well not try to uh, build a very committed relationship with them, like whether it's partnerships, collaborations, or even with your employees. Um, the best employees are not the most skilled ones, but those who align most with your business vision, mission, and values. Because skills can be trained, but it's very hard to instill values for people who don't want to be uh, like deeply committed to the vision and mission of your business or with your brand. So those are my advice on how we can overcome the challenges when it comes to adapting, making your brand survive the storm of markets that are going upward, downward, and ranging. So it really depends on those three: uh, your mindset, your system, and the people that you involve yourself with. So make sure that uh, those have very strong foundations. At least one of those I can I can provide, which is the core formula. But yeah, yeah, I would like to uh, share with you this quote here by Tuli Kupferberg. When patterns are broken, new worlds emerge. So don't be worried if markets are trending against you, or don't also be very comfortable, or don't be too happy when it comes to patterns or trends going for you, because whatever comes up will go down, and whatever goes down will always bounce back up. That's a natural law of the world. So um, be excited that these new worlds, new things will emerge, and ride with them. Try to go with the flow, but at the same time, be the ones who will be able to disrupt these patterns and worlds. So it's a cycle. It's a continuing cycle. So yeah. By the way, open forum. You can ask me anything in the comments. Just let me know. And oh yeah, si Mil is telling here, share mo din sa kanila kung yung share mo sa amin, like how you use your social media. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. My team and I were talking about how I am so updated about the market trends, social media trends, or any trends when it comes to one of those specific industries that I'm trying to target. And that's because I use social media differently. Um, when I was still not, when I was still in school, when I was still not serious when it comes to businesses and brands, when I was still not who I am today, I use social media just like how other people use it. Um, Usually, they um, they use it to consume. So people usually use social media to consume, um, yeah, consume content. They like to scroll and scroll and like react to things that not really matter to all our aspirations or goals. That's why for me, I unfollowed all things that are I consider to be distractions, and then I tried to follow people who are leading in this industry or in this niche, that I'm trying to learn about, I'm trying to penetrate, or I'm trying to be good at. So I followed people in branding, I followed people in the SaaS industry, I followed people in the corporate industry, leading corporate industries. Um, I'm also following B2B startups, thought leaders, influencers in those industries to surround myself how I can how I consume content. So instead of social media using my attention as currency, I'm now using social media as a tool for me to boost my knowledge and to be updated by the current market trends and customer behavior and technology that is changing the world today. So that's how I use social media. Now, oh yeah, and how do you personally keep up? Yeah, personally, not just with social media, I also follow email newsletters of industries that I'm trying to learn about. For example, in the fuel industry, because I'm involved in the fuel industry right now. I also try to follow B2B startups, try to surround myself with information that is relevant to what I'm doing right now, to what I'm trying to achieve. Because uh, for me, it's all good when you. I'm not really judging anyone who is using social media the general way, which is really just to consume content, be entertained by uh by very funny content, or by some of them I just really think they're just distractions. But personally, I really like to surround myself with information that is relevant to me, to my dreams, to my family, uh, to my ikigai, to my purpose. So try to find out what is your purpose and surround yourself, even the technology around you, the energy around you. Try to surround yourself with things that will help you uh, execute your purpose. So that's how I personally keep up with changing trends. So yeah, I position myself because for me, systems and environments shape behavior. It's not the other way around. It's not our behavior that dictates your environment. It's like a flower. If you put a flower in a very bad soil, no sunlight, no water, then the flower will not bloom. But if you put the flower in a very rich soil, ample sunlight, and then you put I mean you put water on it every day, then the flower will bloom, right? So try to change your environments, try to create systems for yourselves so that your behavior will be influenced to execute towards purpose. It becomes an instinct now because your environment dictates your behavior, and your behavior is all about executing your purpose. So that's one of the things that I do to personally keep up with the changing trends. So yeah, Nicole here has a question. How can freelancers foster a culture of adaptability and continuous learning in their respective businesses? So, like I said earlier, the same way with how we overcome the challenges ahead. For me, it's all about the infinite game. We must realize that business is not a one-time, uh, yeah, one-time thing, or a get-rich scheme, or something that we can just do in the short term. Because in business, you're not only carrying your own dream, you're also carrying the dreams of all your stakeholders, your employees, your investors, your customers, and all the other people that is involved in and interacting with your business and brand. So to foster a culture of adaptability and continuous learning, we must start with the mindset of having of yeah the mindset of having to really commit to the business and making sure that we know that business is an infinite game. And when it comes to infinite games, the learning here is also infinite. The adaptability is also infinite. Once we instill that into the very soul of our business and of our brand, uh, we become more hungry for more learning, and we always anticipate action, whether it's the market, the technology, or the customer behavior. We always want to anticipate. We always want to find problems. We also always want to find the challenges that we can conquer. And from that mindset and personality alone, you would be able to adapt to anything. You become agile, but also firm, because we are all acting on behind a purpose. So we become agile enough to adapt to market trends, but still have that strong foundation of having a purpose, having a core brand, having a core message, so that we become focus on the direction where we want our brand or our business to uh, to become. So that's how I would foster a culture of adaptability and continuous learning. So I hope, as brand strategists, we can be able to influence businesses today, especially corporate businesses, because usually these corporate businesses have the least empathy when it comes to um, customers. Some, I'm not saying that every corporate business is just like that, but when it comes to um, how do you say this? When it comes to growing your own business and your brand, usually when you get up to that corporation, like a $1 million, million peso, or uh, whatever scaling stage of a business, we become distant from our customers and our target markets, or our target customer segments. We only sometimes we only see them as numbers. We only try to focus on the metrics, and then when we see, like, oh, we're still doing good because the sales are still like this, but then we we become blindsided by this new startup, by this small company that has a very strong purpose, and then wants to make it better for their customers. We become blindsided, and we get overtaken because um, they develop this new technology or this new product or this new service that has disrupted the whole industry that we're winning in. That's what happened to Nokia and Apple. Nokia was so complacent. They thought they did nothing wrong, which they didn't. That's true. The metrics were there. They were getting sales. They were still, but they couldn't keep up with what Apple was trying to do, trying to innovate, always innovating, always trying to um, give what's best for their uh, yeah, for their target customers. So yeah, that's it for me. And yeah, by the way, guys, I was talking about the core formula a while ago. If you want to become a highly paid brand strategist, if you want to learn how I do it when it comes to brand strategy, content strategy, offer creation, content creation, and even creating a blueprint when you try to launch or relaunch your brand, whether it's a product brand or it's a whole new brand that you're trying to create, whether it's a personal brand or your own business. If you want to learn how we can create your own system, because a while ago I said you have to have a good mindset, a good system, and good people around you. You can take care of your mindset. There are a lot of things that you can learn from nowadays, especially with AI. AI could be your personal consultant when it comes to mindset and leadership. When it comes to good people, just stay true to the values and the vision and mission, and you will be led to the right people. When it comes to system, I'm here. I'm offering this system that will give you a holistic and very process driven system that will be able to help you create a brand that is centered around your target market, building a funnel that is centered around your core offer, crafting content that carries the sales message, and directing traffic towards your system that gives you revenue. So that's what you will learn in the core formula. And right now, it's in its early bird promo phase or promo campaign. So until Friday, there we have an early bird. So I think the link is sent here in the comments. So yeah, a lot of I think there's some people already who enrolled because of the early bird promo. It's gonna be until Friday, and then next week we plan to extend because a lot of people still want more time. But yeah, it's only until next week. So, but the early bird is until Friday. So if you want to enroll, if you want to learn from the core formula workshop, from how I do branding, marketing, and business systems, scan the QR code here, or you can click the link on the comments, which is thecoreformula.com. So yeah, I guess that's it for me. Are there any other questions in the comments? Yeah, I guess that's it. So guys, thank you so much for participating and being able and being here in our another episode of the Y Forward. And expect this episode to be on the podcast, the Y Forward, in Spotify and Apple Podcast. And that's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye.